Thank you, thank you. Hi guys. You know very well how much I care about making you happy as much as possible, of course. After the video about Avril Lavigne, I was literally flooded with emails asking me to cover the mystery about Michael Jackson's death. When something is requested loudly by many, I can't help but seriously consider the suggestion. So today it will be the turn of this great music figure. Honestly, there were two requests. From those who asked me to talk about the alleged fake death of the artist, to those who asked me to discuss some supposed letters that were allegedly sent by Michael to a friend shortly before his disappearance. I think both mysteries are truly fascinating, and the interesting thing is to see how the two theories are in clear contrast with each other. Which one of them is more likely? So here is Michael Jackson and two mysteries related to his disappearance. The disappearance of this great figure left everyone speechless. At the time, no one would have expected such news. And even if someone doesn't consider themselves a fan of Michael, getting the news that he passed away is truly shocking, as I said at the beginning of the video. There are numerous theories that partly try to explain his death, and in other cases show that the tragedy was not accidental at all. Michael would have been central to a conspiracy. I will show you both theories as they have been explained by conspiracy theorists, and then at the end of the video I will tell you my opinion. Michael Jackson is still alive. The theory that Michael Jackson is still alive has its roots in several videos and photographs where he is said to have appeared after his death. Conspiracy theorists say that it all started during his funeral. The casket, in fact, was closed. In the United States, it is common for the casket to remain open during a funeral, especially when we're talking about a famous person with a large following. The fact that the casket was closed started to raise the first doubts about whether the singer was really dead. Later, a rather strange video appeared. To tell you the truth, it's the only piece of evidence that might make me start asking questions. Watch it carefully. In the video, you can see a person getting out of a vehicle, the same vehicle that supposedly transported Michael's lifeless body. At first glance, it appears that person is Michael Jackson. The problem is that we don't know when this scene was filmed or if it really is connected to the one with the van that transported Michael's body. A definite mystery, but lacking solid evidence. Either way, the video is thought-provoking. Lastly, a photo published by Michael's daughter on her Instagram account. This photograph sparked an incredible controversy because although the person in the background does not appear clearly according to the analysis done by some conspirators, it could actually be Michael himself. Okay, it's worth noting that the huge number of people who asked Paris to clarify this matter, leaving hundreds of messages on her profile, led her to delete the post. The question is, why not clear up the situation once and for all and say who was really behind her? Why avoid the numerous requests for clarification? Everyone can have their own reasons. But if I had found myself in the same situation, I would have at least tried to calm things down and give a logical explanation. But you know, everyone is made in their own way. These are just some of the pieces of evidence that were put forward to support the conspiracy theory. There are many others, but these seem to me to be the most significant. Either way, all the evidence pointed to a clear conclusion. Michael Jackson is still alive and faked his death just to escape media pressure and finally live in peace. But is it really like that? Michael's letters. The Australian television show Sunday Night is the promoter of the second mystery regarding the artist's death. The King of Pop, shortly before his disappearance, is said to have sent and delivered to Manu a series of letters to his family members and some friends, stating that he feared for his life. Recipients included his sister LaToya Jackson, his daughter Paris, and a close friend. Jacobs-Hagen, Michael Jacobs-Hagen, was a longtime friend of the star. In one of the interviews given to some newspapers, he also claimed to have received a call from Michael from a location near Las Vegas during the rehearsals for his last concert that was never brought to the stage. In this call, he seemed truly terrified and asked his friend to come to him. According to his version, Michael was in the middle of an emotional breakdown during the call, and he kept repeating, "They want to kill me, they want to kill me." After 3 days in his company, Michael supposedly handed him a series of letters where he put his fears down in black and white. In the letters, he didn't mention the people who were threatening his life. But in some notes, there were references to the promoters from Anschutz Entertainment Group who were organizing the English tour, which would mark his return to the stage. Jacobs-Hagen said he wanted to bring the case to light only to support Paris Jackson's theory, who had already suspected for some time that her father had been killed. The official version is that Michael fell victim to a propofol overdose. But is it really so? Well, as I was saying, these are very conflicting theories. One of them even denies the artist's death, and the other brings to light a terrible possibility. The one that says the King of Pop didn't die because of unfortunate events, but that someone wanted to eliminate him. The reasons for this are not clear, but it seems that the letters sent to Michael and his friends contained a premonition, or maybe a warning. Personally, if I had to give my opinion on these two theories, I might give more credibility to the one about the letters. The reason is very simple. The fake death theory is a conspiracy that regularly comes up when very famous people pass away. It almost seems like the fans of an artist don't want to accept the idea that their idol has passed away, and they try in every way to question their death. The story about the letters is a different matter. Here, you have to consider the fact that an artist experiences a lot of pressure when, after so many years, he's about to return to the scene. What I mean is that these letters could very well be real, but they might also be the result of a kind of paranoia that Michael was experiencing during that time. This doesn't mean that I don't absolutely believe in the possibility that he was removed from the scene. It's a real possibility that has come up many times throughout history. When a character becomes too inconvenient, there are many ways to remove him from the scene. Either way, the disappearance of Michael Jackson is one of those events that will remain forever alive in the world of music. Few other people have been able to define an era and be given the title of King of Pop. It's very unlikely that Michael is still alive, and we'll never know if he was killed or not. But what we do know is that he will remain in the hearts of many people. And, what do you think about these theories? Which of these do you consider more likely? Let me know in a comment. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, or share it with your friends. Greetings and see you in the next video, L'inspiegabile.